Hi everyone, and I'm live again. And today I wanted to speak about the topic success. And I'm sitting in the car, and Ruud, my partner, is driving. I'll show him as well.
Hello.
And it's a wonderful sunny day. I see that someone is attending live. I'm really sorry I can't really see who you are, and it's a tiny picture. If you want, you can type it in the comments if you want. And if you're watching the replay later, please let us know that you're watching the replay. But welcome anyway, those who are attending live. Oh, Estelle, hi. Wonderful. That's the wonderful thing of going live on social media or online, that people you haven't seen and spoken to for quite a while, that you can connect a bit again. And I see that others are attending as well, but a lot of the times I can't see who are attending, and sometimes someone is popping up all of a sudden, then I can see the name as well, but most of the time I can't see it. But thank you very much for attending, and you're absolutely welcome, of course. As I said, we are driving in the car, and if it's possible, I will share some of the surroundings from time to time, because it's already 3 years ago, since this month, that we moved to the south of the Netherlands, and it's a very hilly land, and it's really wonderful with a lot of nature, very quiet. And let me see if I can show something. No, you can't see a lot. Well, I can show it like this. And it's really, really wonderful to be here. We moved here because of our holistic business, and the rest these surroundings can give also when you're organizing retreats, or how to say it, welcoming your guests and your clients. And that is one of the reasons, and also because for building the foundation of our master plan of the multidisciplinary academy on a self-sustainable campus or resort, whatever you want to call it. And I've spoken about it many times, but I'm encountering a lot of new people all the time, and a lot of people that I do know and do know me also don't know it yet. But it's something that I have had a vision of about 16 years ago. And in 2015, when I started my practice, I also started working more concretely on this plan. So I've been building on this foundation for quite a while already, for quite some years, first alone, and then together with my partner, who I met later. And lately more and more is coming to fruition in a very tangible and a concrete way. And I'm really very, very happy about it, because I've had to have a lot of patience and endure a lot. And it's not always that easy, and especially the last 3 years, as we all have experienced globally. These were quite some challenging years for us all, and we have also definitely experienced that. And at the same time, I also say all the time that it also has brought many opportunities. And what I have experienced is that it opened a lot of people, a lot of beings, more and more to the more important things in life. And holistic living, healthy, conscious, sustainable lifestyle. That is what we are doing. What our business is all about, and bringing people, and especially those who have a mission, leaders, creative healers, as I call them, to help them to connect with their own core, either to bring them there when they haven't yet experienced that, or to reconnect them when they feel like, I can really use that connection and take my life to the next level, and also to be able to live their mission. Because as you all can understand, is when you have a big mission and vision, then you encounter a lot of challenges on your path, and you don't have to face that alone. Even when you don't have too supportive surroundings, people in your environment, it is still possible to have kindred beings surrounding you that actually do care and want to support you, and you can build a community of kindred beings that help you, support you, and the other way around. So it's a mutual thing. And Ruud and I are also always speaking about, and what we always strive for, is a win-win-win situation. Every time when there's a loss for either us or the other party or anyone involved, then it's no deal. And and that is also what I a lot of times say, is that what I call it is that I align myself with the highest cause, the highest good. And people might wonder, how can you be sure? How can you do that? Well, it's all, first of all, starts with pure intention, with an intention that comes from integrity, really wanting to be of service to the highest good, no matter what. And that is quite challenging indeed. But I said I was going to speak about the topic success, and that is really what this is all about. There are a lot of different viewpoints on the theme success, but what I do want to discuss is that a lot of the times, and also those people that are perceived as successful mainstream, a lot of the times it's all about material success, business success, and especially always about money, the topic money. When you have so much money, when you are able to earn that much, or you have reached that amount or that goal financially, then you are successful. And I'm really like, that's very that's quite how to say it, I think it's a very limited point of view. Speaking about a lot of the times when it's about money and financial income, they always also speak about having no limits on your income, on your financial income. And I'm like, but that's not all there is to it. Even, hi Lotte, hi, great that I can see that you're attending as well, wonderful. But financial success isn't the only thing that is going to give you the experience of success. It's also not the only channel, or the only way, I'm going to share something of the environment again in the meantime. It's not the only factor that in life that brings you happiness, joy, and health and well-being. I'm speaking about overall well-being. It's not the only way to achieve that, and that is very, very, very important. It's something that I have been frustrating myself about for years, that I really want people to know and to understand, and that I really want to share with them. It's not all about money, and money isn't the only way to experience and achieve success. And there's a saying in Dutch which goes like, there are multiple ways that lead to Rome. What I want to emphasize is that yes, money can help and support you with all of that. And I also want to emphasize, I have no problems with money at all. I have no issues with money. I never had. I also don't feel like and don't think that money is the root of all evil, or that it's evil on itself, or that it's like shit. As I have said before in another video, to me it's neutral. It doesn't really mean anything in particular to me, except from that it's a kind of vessel, a channel through which you can put your attention and exchange with your energy. It's not the money that is the energy that has the value. It's your energy that you channel through that vessel, through that that item, money, which makes things valuable. But the reason I want to speak about this is because I experienced there's a lot of trauma surrounding this subject, surrounding this theme. And I have encountered a lot of people that are either all about money, and they're saying and making you feel like you're a failure if you're not financially successful, as if everything depends on that. But there are also a lot of people, and especially the last couple of years I've encountered so many of them as well, that really despise money and want a moneyless society. And they're even and I'm serious, and I think it's very important to mention it, because it's not funny. I'm laughing at this moment because I can laugh about it, but it's actually in the root, it's not funny at all. There have been people the last couple of years, I have to say mainly women, but I also want to emphasize it's only a selective group, a selective kind of woman. So if I say women, then please, by all means, if it's not about you, then don't feel don't feel like it's about you. But there have been quite some women that have literally attacked me for wanting to ask money for the services and products that I'm providing. And at that point, I didn't, and they're not even asking you anything. They don't know anything about you. They just met you. They don't know you at all. They don't know your circumstances. They don't know anything, not anything about your background, your experiences, whatever, anything. But they're attacking you for the fact that you dare to ask money for the services and products that you are providing. Not thinking about how many costs you have when you are organizing something for them, and they profit from it, or they can really enjoy the experience. Not standing still, I guess, which I don't understand, because a lot of the times it were even women that have been quite successful in business as well. That is very interesting. So I was really wondering, why does this trigger you so much? But while not standing still with all the effort, the energy, the attention, the commitment that you have been giving it for many years, as a lot of entrepreneurs, business people and entrepreneurial people, but a lot of people in life anyway do and have done. They're not thinking about that at all, but also indeed about the cost, the investments that you have done, either emotionally, physically, energetically, people also might call it spiritually, but definitely also money-wise. They don't care at all. So I don't feel that is quite a healthy way of standing in life, because you also have to be realistic. We are in a world where money is a currency that we all agreed on to be able to exchange certain things and value. And you can choose wisely what you want to invest in, what you want to, give your money to. That is your choice. That is your responsibility. So don't, attack. And of course, I'm speaking in your, but don't attack those people, those beings who are working very hard to take care of themselves, of their environments, of their friends and family, of everyone, and then not wanting them to be able to take care of themselves, to have a roof over their heads, because that's what we're speaking about, to be able to buy their food to eat and to take care of themselves so that they don't get ill and etc. So if you're not wishing anyone to have that, then you're actually not allowing them to be alive, actually. And of course there are a lot of other ways to go about this and to transfer things, and we've always done that as humanity, and we still do that, and it also always will be there. So both ways will have existed for a long time and will exist, because, as I said before, there are multiple ways to go about things, and it's very important, especially when you're looking at things in a holistic way. Then there are multiple ways and aspects in life that bring you to that fulfillment in life. But money is also a way to, generate, build, and create wonderful healing things. So if you don't want others to, earn money for everything they're providing, everything they're giving others, first of all, that isn't fair at all. But second of all, they wouldn't be able to do such wonderful things. And yes, of course, we all know that there's also a lot of evil things that people do with money. But it's not about the money. They would do it either way, with or without money. So, it's all about, and that's what I've also always said, it's about how people go about the resources they have in life. It's not indeed about the resources themselves. It's about how people make use of these resources, and what they do with it, and what they create for it, with it, for others to experience as well, themselves, but others as well. And that hasn't to do with the vessel, with the object they're using, with the vehicle, whatever you want to call it. So what I also wanted to tell about this, as I said before, a lot of the times it's indeed all about money and material wealth and richness. And of course that is a way to make people happy in life and enjoy themselves, feel more comfortable, etc. So it's definitely a very important part of life, and I also really want to emphasize that. So I'm not someone that is about we can't enjoy material things anymore, we can't enjoy wealth and abundance in many ways, and our brand Core Abundant Lifestyle is all about living an abundant life in a holistic way. So when things make you happy, you get in a higher vibration, in a higher frequency, and that definitely helps you, yourself, your overall well-being, and that of others as well. Because when you radiate that frequency, your joy in life, when you're sharing that with others, and they are going to share that joy as well with others because they feel so good about it, then it's very healing for yourself and your direct surroundings, but definitely also for the greater good, for the planet. And that is why it's very important to be conscious about consuming. Buy things, do things, purchase things because it makes you happy, because it makes you feel good, because it adds and contributes to your overall well-being. And as I have been saying for a lot of years already, and especially the last couple of years, taking good care of yourself is essential. That's the first thing, although that might sound counterintuitive, because we were taught since ages that's the other way around. We have to take care of everything and everyone, anything and anyone except from ourselves. And that is exactly the core of what we do. What I always say is, when you take good care of yourself, you're automatically good for your environment. So it starts with that. It starts with taking good care of yourself first. It starts with you being happy and fulfilled in life. And it a lot of the times goes simultaneous, because it's not that you first have to do things for years and years before you can think of others. No, it's the other way around, because I also say taking good care of yourself is the opposite of being egotistical. When you take good care of yourself, when you make sure that others don't have to worry so much about you all the time, for example, then you are going to be much happier, and your surroundings as well. And you take the weight of yourself and your surroundings, because a lot of weight, which causes a lot of stress, which causes diseases, and also in the end chronic diseases, which a lot of people aren't aware of. A lot of diseases, and also the chronic ones and the very bad illnesses, really stem from chronic stress, either physically or emotionally, spiritually, but actually in all ways. So that's also very important, why it's so important to take good care of yourself holistically, because one thing touches the other and has effect on the other. So all areas of your life are important to take into account. So I also have said for a long time that when your emotions are being met, when you're emotionally healthy, emotionally fulfilled, then the rest will come as well. So it doesn't make sense when you feel like you have to work so much, so hard for your money, while you're happy and healthy, with just playing around in the eyes of others, but you're still contributing to the greater good, because it comes from a place of integrity. Because I'm not speaking about just throwing your life in the bin or something. I'm really speaking about when you come from integrity, when you have good intentions, and you feel like you're a failure or that you amount to nothing because people surrounding you, whoever it is, or society, or businesses, companies, or what kinds of systems, cultures, whoever it is, or whatever it is that makes you feel unworthy or not good about yourself, or small in a negative way. Please make sure that you draw your boundaries and don't let it in too much, and make sure you become happy about yourself, and that you feel good about yourself, that you have a good self-worth, because that is taking good care of yourself. And you can't do anything when you have a low self-worth. When you feel like you have no value and you amount to nothing, then you really can't help others either. So it's very important. And if you have a good self-worth and high value, again from a place of integrity, then by all means feel good about it, and don't feel burdened about it or feel bad about it, because it's a good thing. A lot of people benefit from that. A lot of beings, animals as well, nature, everything is, again, the greater good. But when people make you feel bad about yourself because you're just playing around and you're not being, you're not being serious, or you don't have so much experience in life. That's something that I was told many times, that I don't have that much experience yet, when I was really like, oh, you don't know anything about me. That's for sure. But only because I'm younger, or am not that many years on the planet physically in this life yet, doesn't mean that I don't have life experience. And I have even said that even babies can have more life experience than, for example, someone of 80 years old. It just depends on who they are and their intrinsic being. And it has nothing to do with what we were taught and how good of a learner you are, and how good you are, how good you can, how you can adjust yourself and let yourself be taught things that might even not be true or work for you at all. So it's very important to, time and again test for yourself and feel, is this true for me, and does this work for me? And if not, you can let it go respectfully, and it's also important that others respect you as well, and otherwise draw your boundaries. But if it is of value to you, then you can do something with it. It's your choice, it's your life, and no one has to say anything about it in a negative way, ever. But it's all about fulfillment in life. And when people make you feel bad about who you are, because that is what it's all about, it's about they trying to make you feel bad about who you are, then you can definitely put that aside, because no one has the right, no one is allowed to put you down for just being who you are and following your life purpose. because if that's not their purpose, that's okay. But if they are being plain respectful of who you are and what you do, then that is not okay. And then again, and I say it a lot of the times because that is an issue that I've seen last couple of years, that a lot of people have. They really have difficulty with drawing boundaries and to experience what is, what is acceptable and what not. But just live your life and make sure you're feeling good, you're healthy, you're enjoying life. And that is the important thing that I want to share, and that is also what I have experienced in life. Then the rest comes by itself. It comes when you're, and I don't say that it's easy all the time, because a lot of the circumstances that you have to deal with, and part of these I have mentioned already in this video. But there's a lot in life that you encounter, and you might also experience a lot of resistance from your environment, which I have as well, especially the last couple of years, because before that everything was great, and everyone was liked me the way I was, and I was doing my things, and everyone knew who I was and they liked it. And they still do, but since I started for myself and they experienced more and more autonomy in me, people got scared and they even backed away. And even with the closest beings that you can imagine, friends, family, etc. And that is healing again as well. But the last couple of years it was tough. It was very tough. And you really have to be resilient then, and stand firmly in your both two feet, because it can really feel like you're alone on the world. And that is what I really want to emphasize. You don't have to feel like that, because there are many people like you, like us, who experience that. And that's the truth as well. I've heard a lot of these experiences, and I've encountered a lot of these people as well. So even though it is very indeed, individual and very unique what you're going through, the common thread is that there are many people like you, like us, that experience that. And that's the common denominator, and that's how we are connected with those kindred beings again. And that is why it's very important to also find them. And it's really globally. You can't, search in your own inner circle, and I've never done that, but you have to broaden your horizon even more globally. They come from everywhere. We are connected with a lot of new people, hundreds, thousands of new people the last couple of years, internationally. They come from everywhere, and that's the wonderful thing about it. So you build new connections, new quote-unquote family, new network, a new community, as they call it as well. That is also success. That is a very big part of feeling and being successful. So, as I said, it's healing because people that have known me for a long time finally understand and see what I have been working on, that it's now coming more and more to fruition in a tangible way for them, because for me it has been very concrete and tangible for all the time, for all these years, and I've explained everything and I've showed them what I was busy with, but they could only see fragments. And that is also one important thing to realize. Most people can only see and understand fragments of what you're doing. And time and again you think that they understand the entire thing, but no, again after that you realize, oh, it's still only a fragment that they see and that they understand. And that's okay. If that is the fragment that they resonate with, at least at that moment, and what they can digest at that moment, then that's okay, and they will come later. Definitely they will. So yeah, there are also a lot of coaches, trainers, business people, successful quote unquote business people that also say, and I totally agree that you have to surround yourself with beings that really support you, are supportive of you, and that the kindred beings that have good habits in life, etc. But it's just sometimes there are only a few of you available at that moment, and you have to go through things alone. And maybe a lot of the times of always you are the most productive being in the room, the most intelligent being in the room, perhaps even the most how to say it, the most experienced one in the room. And maybe many times or all the time that is for a reason, because you have to help and teach them, the others that are there. You are in that setting for a reason. Then don't feel like you're a failure because you're always the one who knows the most, and people are actually hanging on to you. Then realize that you're there for a reason. And when you don't feel supported in that, then just know that you have everything in yourself, within yourself, to be able to deal with it. And that again, you're there for a reason, because they need you. And that can be a wonderful thing, because these people are very happy that you're there for them at that moment. We have heard a lot of the times during the last couple of years, people were very enthusiastic about what we were doing and about our plans, our mission, etc., our vision, and they were almost all like, yes. Sometimes they even said it literally, when you're going to build it, just do it, and then we will definitely come. A lot of people have said they wanted to work for us, but we had to build it first only me alone, and then together with my partner, to build this foundation that people can come to us at a certain point. And yes, it is difficult, because then you don't feel supported by everyone, but you are, because they're so happy and thrilled and are waiting for you to create it so that they can come, and that they can then play their role. What I want to say with this as well is that yes, it is very important to surround yourself with kindred beings, and to when there is abuse, then you definitely have to let go of people, and even when it means for only a while, and when things are getting healed, that you can reconnect, for example. But it is very dangerous to just burn all the ships behind you just because others said so. And what I really also want to emphasize is that it's really important that you feel within yourself what rings true for you, what is success for you. Just feel it, just contemplate about it, and don't let others tell you what success should mean for you, to you, what you have to do to be successful, when perhaps when you do that, you're the opposite of successful. I think this is really what I wanted to share with you guys, and we can discuss this theme for quite a while. But I have covered everything that I have encountered throughout the last couple of years, what I have seen with others, what I have experienced, and that is the beautiful thing about it. There are a lot of things that I myself haven't had so much trouble with, because I have been a natural manifester since I was a child, my entire life. And more people are asking me, Melody, can you tell me, can you teach me how I can manifest things in my life so that that things go more smoothly, etc. And I definitely want to tell you guys, the first thing I'm going to tell you now is that you have to let go of, the thought of earning money first, because it isn't about money. I have manifested so many things in my life without even thinking of money at all. And first you have to set your intentions right. And it's not about making money to achieve things and being happy then. No, it's the other way around. When you really want it to be sustainable and with a good foundation, and that you can really build an empire on it, even if you would like that, if you want that, you can do that in a happy and joyful, light way as well. And again, it definitely also brings hardships, but if you are able to, when you know how to deal with these, it can be light and fun and healthy and wealthy and wonderful all at the same time. So this is what I really wanted to share with you guys. And if you want to know more about it, when you want to connect with me about this, you know where to find me. You're always welcome. And just for chat, non-binding chat, because again, for me also, it's not about money. And I'm doing this work. I have been doing this. I started with this, and have done this my entire life out of joy, because I want others to feel good. I want them to be healthy and experience a joyful life. I want them to feel fulfilled in life and have a good feeling about themselves first. That's what I have wanted since I was a child. That's what I remember. So this is really my life mission. And yes, when you're really helping people and out of their troubles, out of their anxiety, and when you're healing them in many possible ways, with many tools and ways you can do that, and when you have really solved a major problem for them, even while they didn't even know they had that problem, then they will then they will appreciate it naturally. What I a lot of the times have experienced also is that first I'm just doing what I feel I want to do. I want to give them a good feeling about themselves and about life. I want them to trust life. That is always my first intention, my initial intention in everything I do, always, and with everyone that I encounter. And then the rest comes by itself. And there are people that say that, Melody, I really want to pay you for this, or pay you more for this than you're asking for, or whatever, or in other ways it is appreciated. So don't worry too much about making money. And yes, it is very important to think about that as well. Always stay realistic, because we're here, it's just how it works. Doesn't have to be a bad thing, but go about it lightly. It doesn't have to be so heavy and such a chore. And a lot of business people and coaches and trainers I have experienced are being very harsh about it and making a lot of people feel bad, and instead of making them feel good about themselves and productive, and that they are able to cope with life, even a lot of the times they make people feel bad, and they cause even more blockages for people, and more traumas even, and more resistance, more more limiting beliefs even, then while you would expect that they would do the opposite. And that's also just the way it is, but I really want people to be very conscious about who they give their time and attention to and invest their money in. And what is also the case is a lot of the times you can, gain your information and what you have to know for yourself from many different people and platforms. What people also say a lot of the times is that you shouldn't, get your information from everywhere and anywhere and only, fill their, wallets. But that isn't, that a lot of the times that isn't really a wise thing to do. Me, for example, I am mostly autodidact, and it doesn't make sense when I just, am listening to only one person in my life or one company or one brand that I am focusing on, because then I wouldn't get far, especially while I'm, thinking about building an empire. You can't just, be that rigid and narrow-minded and just focus on one thing at the same time. And at the same time, a lot of real successful people that have success in a quite holistic way have some habits that that I found out that the things that I was doing, I was confirmed in by those people that are living a successful life in that way already, and that also encourages me to go further. But they also say that you should spread your possibilities and your potential in many ways. So again, this is it for now. Thank you very much for attending either live. Thank you, ladies. I'm really happy for having you here. Really wonderful. And for those that watch the replay, thank you for watching as well. And see you later. Have a wonderful, wonderful life and business and whatever you do. And have a lot of success. The success that really resonates with you and is good for you, makes you happy. Ciao!